Guys, hello and welcome. Here we are, finally back at it. It's been, oh my goodness, way too long since we've been working on this city, but my goodness, my attention just got kind of pulled elsewhere. And I wanted to play this actually just the other day, but the game itself got updated, and whenever that happens, it usually breaks most of the mods, and then unfortunately the old saves aren't compatible, so we had to wait a few days. So what I've been doing is just a few live streams. Some of you may have caught up on those or seen them. If not, yeah, stay tuned for some more. And then after my live stream, I'll be posting it to YouTube type things. If you guys did miss it, you can catch up later on. But yeah, I started in new cities to kind of, kill some time while we were just waiting for things to get fixed. So not everything is 100% just yet, unfortunately. So we're still kind of making do with what we have. I think we're still missing a few mods. The key one that still isn't working is the, what is it called? Prop Anarchy. Oh, that one I missed so much. So if we wanted to do things like, custom parks again, right? Oh, this one here, sorry. Like this kind of stuff we just can't do again because we don't really have the prop anarchy. We only have the props themselves. So, I mean, theoretically we could do it, but it's like you can see here how some of the trees disappeared. These are the ones that we were using with the prop anarchy itself. So anything that you did place while using prop anarchy has since disappeared. So if you're, in other cities, and you made like a rail yard or like that kind of stuff, all of it is unfortunately gone. So for a lot of people that was a lot of hard work, because a lot of their cities kind of, we're a little bit dependent on that. And it looks like we're actually having problems with our power right now. I'm just going to drop one of these in just really quickly. Probably won't be enough, actually, all things considering. So maybe we should just drop another one in really quickly here. Now, I mean, I've probably said it a few times, this area in terms of the industrial, it probably won't stay here forever. I don't mind putting some of the services and polluting stuff here now. I just think that, like, in the grand scheme, going forward, we want to eventually move this over to where the harbor's going to be. Like, we'll have some in-town manufacturing and like, that kind of stuff, but I just don't really want to have too much truck traffic or, like, the pollution or really the noise just kind of associated with, industries and factories. I want those to be on the outskirts. I just want, like, offices and, like, commercial and just people and stuff in the, the main parts of our city. Okay, so this is something interesting, and this actually relates a little bit to the live stream, and I think we're going to try this in the episode today. So, there's a YouTuber, his name, his YouTube name is Squirrel Army Industries, and while I was live streaming, I was trying to pick a kind of an interchange to put in one of the cities I was working on, or the city I was working on, I should say, and I kind of had trouble, and I had uploaded it to YouTube, like I said, afterwards, and he was watching it, I think, that way. Anyway, so he posted a comment to a video he made where he actually makes a magic roundabout. So maybe you guys have seen that video, too. I'll post a link, if not, so you guys can give him a little follow and shout-out type thing. Tell him where, who sent you type thing. That's kind of fun, right? So I had originally said I wanted to do the roundabout over on this side, but we don't really, we haven't unlocked this side yet, right? So we can't really build over there. So I was thinking just we'd use this right away and kind of see how it works and everything. Why don't we build the magic roundabout in, say, like this area right here? And if done correctly, because the magic roundabout, it has 5 roads to kind of exit. So if we do it right, we'll have that kind of, almost like that Paris kind of look, where the Arc de Triomphe is. And it's like that, the big little roundabout around it. And then the roads that kind of go out in like a diamond formation. Not diamonds, what am I saying here? Like, just like the 5 kind of... It's just, it's symmetrical, right? That's what I'm trying to say, right? So I want that kind of look over here. And I was thinking maybe we could have one of the arms go down and then go under or over, right over here, this interchange. Ooh, lightning. And then we could have the ones that go this way, we could have them become interchanges as well. And then we can have 2 going up this way. And then those ones would, say, go off into the hills, or a little suburb area or something. So just overhead, it should look kind of cool. So I think we'll keep the game running on 1 speed, just because we're going to spend a lot of money, I think, on this, and we're already pretty broke. Can we actually take some loans out, I wonder? Is this an option? We could do that loan trick, where we pay it back and then take them back out. That did up our little, our inventory of cash a little bit there, so that does help. Okay, so the video itself that I watched, it's not actually a tutorial. It's more just like watching... this guy make the roundabout set to music. So I had to kind of pause and do some guesswork here and there, right? And just see what they were up to. So I might not get this 100% on the first try, but we'll do our darndest, Okay, so what I'm looking for here, and I realize that the rain does look a little bit dizzying in a weird way, you know? It's just like, if I don't, you know, let the time progress, you know, why don't we just, yeah, put on 3-speed? That's not as bad. Okay, so what I'm looking for is something that is in line, basically, with this. And we're going to go out, you know, say about here, but on a 45-degree angle, right? So maybe around here. That's what I want. And I think I need 12 units. That was the magic number to make this kind of work with the right spacing. Okay, so from this 6 point, I mean, you can kind of see it's not bang on, but it's pretty darn close. Not only that, it actually gets pretty close to this roundabout. Oh, maybe actually, no, we could do is maybe this could replace this road, and then we could have that spoke just go out on a 45, and then that kind of gives us a little bit of a different kind of shape, break away from what we have over here, you know? This is kind of an interesting neighborhood, right? We just kept on adding more and more roads, my goodness. Still kind of fun, though. But like this kind of shape I don't want to do too often, but, you know. I'm a fan of this, though, so we might kind of recreate one of these little zones over there. Okay, so let's just jive over here and kind of, you know, focus on task. All right. And so what I'm looking for is I'm going to swing this arm kind of back and forth. Let's bring the sun back up, and then we'll pause it, I think, now that the... Oh, but you know what? I want the water to dry off so we don't get that glare. Okay, so let me restart the day. Put it on 3-speed. Or leave it on 3-speed, I should say. Okay, so I'm going up about 12 tiles. I'm swinging this arm so that it kind of meets almost with the tiles on both sides. So kind of see what I mean. That's too far away. That's too close. So I'm going just right about there or so. And it's about 110 degrees, it looks like. So somewhere around there, give or take, you know. And so same idea over here. We're going 12 units at roughly, you know, same kind of idea. And that's just the start of our, you know, basic shape. And then when done correctly, we're going to have 5 symmetrical kind of starting points for our roundabouts, and then we can link them up, and everything just looks, you know, very nice. Okay, so now we're doing this. And that had to be 12 units. Okay, so in instances where that's not working, you just do it the opposite way. So we're going 12 units at around that 110 degree mark again, just roughly, right? And that should hopefully see it's not 12. That's not good. So that means we didn't do that right. But we're in the right ballpark. Close, close, close. Okay. Now I wonder if we go up by... No, that's probably not going to work. If we go up by 24, but I don't think that magic number will work. So let's just do a trial and error here. So 20 is too much. Because the way I watched the person do it is they went like this and just drew this way and then did this one after, and then that just kind of lined up, and then that was even Steven somehow. But I don't know. That doesn't seem, you know, that doesn't seem the best way to do it. Okay, well, we could try. So again, it wasn't really a tutorial per se, right? That's 12 and 14. See, those aren't even. That's kind of the issue I'm running into here. So maybe that's a 12. Yeah, 12 and 14. Still too much. Okay. So we'll do the other way I was thinking. So let's try 19 now, in terms of our going up height. That's 13. That's also 13. So why don't we just do that? That's even. A little bit longer than the rest, but I still think we're achieving what we're, you know, going for right here. Okay, so we have to go out by 3 in the middle of all of these guys. Excellent. And then we'll bring this back up. And then now that the water's dried, I'm going to pause the game and just kind of give us the, you know, optimal kind of daylight again. And then what I'm doing now is I'm basically deleting all of these roads. And what we're left with is, you can see 5 points here for us to make our roundabouts on. Then we'll connect all of these with little internal roads. Okay, so we're going to put on our directional arrows just to make sure we do all these in the right way. And we're just going 3 by 3. At least it seemed like that was the size. Great. Perfect. And then we'll erase the little inner roads afterwards. awesome. Coming together. Now, because we're off by the 1 unit, when we draw our internal roads, we'll notice it, but I don't think it's really going to be, you know, a problem or anything, right? I think we did a good job so far. And I've just gone ahead and jinxed it. Why would I just say that? Good gravy. Okay, that is that. And it does look like we got our directions correct. So we'll start with this, and I think it was straight road. Just from snap point. Oh, here's when things get tricky. Yeah, snap point to snap point, that's for sure. Oh no, this is what happens when you change the shape. Oh no. Oh, and you jinxed it too. Oh boy, of course. Can it be fixed without having to start again? Oh, I know. Erase that first. Yes, I can. Okay, well that's not, you know, not the worst. What if we go from the other direction? Oh yeah, there's the fix. So really, that's not so bad. It's just you can kind of see we probably should have stuck to that 12 by 12. That gave us a little bit of issue, but I mean, I really don't think it's, you know, I think we're okay. In fact, that's really not too, like, I really wouldn't notice that that's off center, you know? You can kind of see visually this one only has one little plant, so maybe that's where the squash is happening, but cool. Oh my goodness, guys, we did it. This is like crazy. Okay, so this is when you need something like traffic president, because you can kind of see there's like a web of traffic lights, right? That's not helpful. So first thing we can do, just make things really simple here. Turn off the traffic lights. Already much more efficient. And then we're going to change the lane arrows in the sense that we're not going to let two types of traffic kind of drive in front of each other. So if you're going out this way at the roundabout, you're going to have the option to go straight or left. And if you're coming in this way, you're just going to have the option to go left, not straight. And so these ones here, right, I'm going to change. So we'll turn that off. And then you can see now it's like these ones, you have to both go this way. This arm coming in, you have to go left. With here, you can go straight though. The goal is just to get traffic not to bump into each other. And I've never driven on a magic roundabout in real life because they're really hard to find, you know? So I don't know if any of you guys have. I think actually a few of you commented on them when I last posted and talked about this. Okay, so that is... Well, that one's already fixed. Okay. I wish the escape was the way to kind of get out of that view, right? Okay, so that one is what I'm after. Turn that off. Perfect. Excellent. Oops. Let's go a little bit fast through this. And then we'll just double check afterwards. Okay, so both of those. Perfect. Yep. Oh, nope, just this one here. You can see how that one's got the wrong direction. So we're just changing this over to that, and we're taking off that. Cool. Cool beans. All right. So that way, you know, it's basically a roundabout in the middle. You kind of see how these act as a roundabout as well. And then everything on the outside. So you just kind of pick and choose which zone you want to go to. And then theoretically, they'd be properly labeled, and the street names would be, you know, pretty easy and accessible. And then you just drive off to your, you know, respective area. Okay. Oh, you know what we should do to keep with the same kind of theme for the roads is we should use these. Okay, but snap points. Okay, let's just see what this looks like for symmetry. Oh, we can even draw another roundabout or like a curvy road. Oh, would that be overkill? Okay, make sure we did these ones the right length. Oh boy, oh boy. That could be kind of fun. I don't know. Like, why not, right? Because I feel like, you know, the ultimate test will be how much traffic can this take, right? So let's try and put a lot of people through here. So we'll do some high density zoning along these streets, and we're going to connect a really, really, really big roundabout, just kind of like going through here. It's almost like a mini kind of expressway. Oh, this will be really fun. Okay, so I'm going to use, for this to be, I think, uber efficient, I'm going to just swing for the fences and do a 4-lane, that's weird, 4-lane one-way. spacing here is all over the place. So 22 by 22. That's what it looks like here for us. And 22 by 24. No! How did that just happen? Okay, well, I'm going for it. That means I probably should have made that one 23, right? But that's okay. Okay, well, you know what I mean? It's not a perfect, but like, I think at this size, you don't really notice a 1 or 2 unit difference. Well, how about that for an interesting shape? This is, yeah, okay. Not what I was setting out to build, but I like this. Okay, and then once this is all filled in, it'll have a really neat overhead look. It might look a little bit kind of like a crop circle now, but no, this will be really cool. Okay, so for us to make this work efficiently, I want this to be highway interchange. I want this one going out to also be highway interchange. For the sake of like visuals, I'd kind of like them to mirror each other, so we're going to have to be, you know, put on our creativity hats and thinking hats here and get a nice easy one to kind of reproduce, but still looks kind of nice. Okay, so we need to be at about 12 or so. We could just do a simple diamond interchange. Or if we can get the spacing correct, we can just go out like this. Or we can just cheat and just do this. See where the pillar ends up. No. We are not going to let that happen. Okay. So in order for us to avoid that... Oh, well, let's just do that instead. How about that? I mean, a diamond interchange, is that the way to go? Is that what we're doing here? Okay, so that's... Say go about here and then bring this down. Why don't we do a little bit of a hybrid? Just have some, I was gonna have a roundabout. But then, I mean, is that roundabout crazy if we make one more roundabout here? Then we're just, you know, this neighborhood is just basically all roundabouts, right? But at the same time, if it's highway on and off, like it's gonna be a lot of people going through, right? So a roundabout definitely makes the most amount of sense there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's just do it. Let us just do it. Oh, my goodness, I just caught myself. Holy smokes. How do we let this happen? Thank you for everyone who already wrote a message or was just about to. Excellent. Rusty, haven't been working on the UK city in a while. Shame on you. Okay. We can always upgrade this afterwards. Okay, so we go out about 6 by 6. Yep. Oh, neat. Are we making a partially elevated roundabout? Is that what's happening here? Is this the thing? What? What? Okay, now we are talking about cool stuff. That is neat. Okay, then we should upgrade... Wow, this is... What a time to be alive, guys. Why does this interest me so much or fascinate me so much? I was going to say we should upgrade that roundabout to a 3-laner, just so it makes a little bit more sense with the 4-lane attached to it. Wow, this is cool. Look at that. Alright. Now, do we do something like this again, where we just have the highway on and off ramp spill right into the roundabout? I think so, right? Now, it'll be interesting to try and reproduce this over here. It might be harder than we think, so we might maybe have to just change it up and have this one maybe go straight, and then that can just be another road that just follows this way that just happens to be an interchange as well, and that can maybe be a bridge without a highway interchange. Who knows? We'll kind of see. Alright, so in terms of spacing, where the roundabout is from the highway, right? It's about 16 units, give or take, right? So where is that for us? That's about here. And if we're super gung-ho as well, we could also make a partially elevated roundabout, which would be just, like, awesome. So why not? Let's do it. We're crazy, right? In a 6 by 6. Here I am saying crazy like it's a bad thing. Crazy is a great thing. I think we're very creative when we build this, right? We're getting good suggestions from you guys overall, and, you guys are definitely helping me out. And I'm enjoying this partially. That's so just visually pleasing. I don't know what it is. It's just like very nice. I would just sit there and just stop and, you know, just enjoy the view for a few seconds and be like, well, isn't that nice? And then on with my day. Okay. Now again, I want hints of symmetry, but at the same time, I don't really want too much symmetry, because then it's not really a true, you know? I want to say UK style, but you know what I mean. So why don't we do, say that. I am tempted to actually switch this over to that, just because no one else has those trees, right? And then, I mean, I'm curious. I mean, you guys were saying don't use a 6-lane road. I'm going to pop maybe a few in, just as like these kind of things, as almost like a connection point / little barrier, you know, between. So I can kind of see this as being a nice little interchange almost, right? So high traffic, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that. The slope not necessarily working in our favor. So why don't we just pay a little bit more attention to the topography here. And then why don't we do something like... No, that's probably too steep, right? Yeah. I think the general idea is there, but maybe let's try this where it's not so insane. It's slightly better, but it's still that same issue. Now, I'm wondering almost if we should maybe go in from the roundabout. Just something like this, per se. Interesting idea. Okay, well, if that's the case, then we don't actually need the extra lanes, because this is only, you know, 2 lanes here, 2 lanes there, 2 lanes there, right? So, if we weren't going into the roundabout, I'd say do it that way, right? But we'll try this, just to kind of mix things up, right? And then for over here, what I would like, just to kind of make things, again, a little bit different, but just for a little bit of visual sake, right? We'll go like this, and we'll go like that. Just kind of mix that. There's only the lights on the one side, so that's not so bad. Just keep things different in the city. You know what, though? Now that I see, and I'm going to explain my reasoning for what I'm doing. Most of the roads over on this side, they're kind of slanting already that way. I don't really want to stick with that theme. I want to go opposite direction, just to kind of create, you know, like that visual kind of breaker, I guess is a good word. So instead, we're going to go like this, and we're going to use that part of the hill in our favor. And that looks a lot better just in general. This happens to be a little bit steep. I think in order to avoid that, we're going to make the angle a bit sharper. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm a little bit all over the place. We're just working on, you know, that interchange and whatnot. And here we are over here in the hills kind of doing this, but... No, that's still not really what I'm after. I guess my last-ditch effort would be to do almost like a tunnel, but then that seemed a little bit... Why don't we just try that? Who knows? Because my thing is, I wish the tunnels, you didn't actually have to make them go so deep. Like, I wish the whatchamacallit works with it. What mod is that I'm thinking of? It's not the mod, the one they built in, you know, these things, right? The little, the height and things or whatever, right? Fine Heights, that's what it was called back in the day. So I guess we'll keep that. Kind of hides it a bit too. And I just wanted a little bit more of an option, you know, to get traffic in between, not having to go as far down as there. Okay, now we could even do a tunnel again over here, just like a partial one, just to kind of help with the issues we're having with the terrain. Yeah, that's okay, right? Actually not too bad. Okay. Sidetracked. Back over to this, please. Okay, so for the highway itself, let's just do a simple, you know... We'll change the direction in a second on this. Actually, you know what we'll do is... try it this way instead. so that's that. Ideally, yeah, that's what I want. See that nice little curve kind of leaving. That's it, yep. Oh, okay. That's exactly it. Oh, that's so gentle with that little bit of the slope and everything. Oh, I love that, guys. I don't know what it is about the little things, but just sometimes they just, you know, they're very nice. Okay. And then these are where things get a little bit tricky. That actually isn't the worst. I've seen better though. That's a little bit awkward looking just as part of the slope, right? So let me try that one more time. I think the idea is there, which is good. I think that might curve in a bit. No, I think it was nicer at the top. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? I don't know why this kind of stuff takes me forever. Who knows? Okay, so we're going with that. There we go. That's it. Yeah, that was worth doing a couple times, I think, right? I wish that was a little bit nicer, but what can you do? Okay. And then now just from this side. And this might seem a little bit long, but the idea is just for the sake of a bit of visual symmetry. Okay, so we'll change that direction. Does that look a little bit odd? It does. Almost had it. Almost, almost. Is there a snap point in between these two? No, there isn't, and that's kind of the issue. It's almost like if we come from there even. We'll have to take out that traffic lights. Maybe change this to a double lane. See how traffic kind of behaves with this, because this might not be the best approach, what I just did right there. But I still would like to kind of see, right? Okay, so we'll just change. It's a little bit easier, I think, just to start that again on this side. And that way we can curve a little bit too with the highway. Okay, so that's the even Steven aspect of that. That's fine. And then, just so we don't forget, let's just literally take out the traffic light here. And then the logic would be, it's like if you're in this lane, but then you're crossing all these people, that's the only thing, right? Okay, no, we're gonna have to find a way to work it in just this little spot right there. Yeah, that's not actually the worst. That's actually kind of cool looking. A little bit, and like, I don't think you would go, yeah, that's actually, I don't necessarily like the idea of people being able to go like this, though. So I think we're gonna have to restrict that. Oops, turn that one off. Okay. And then now, this might seem a little bit silly, but I'm gonna do it regardless. Is there another way to get... Yeah. I think that's a better... Yeah, I think that's a better, honestly, before or versus that. Okay, so we'll just try... No, almost had it. Sorry, guys. My thought process about this was that it's too sharp for going inward with the left, right? So I wanted something to go like that. And that tells me it's too steep. No, I just don't like this. Okay, now can we just do something like this just to kind of... No, it's not really going to be the snap point regardless. I don't want to say back to the drawing board because I really like the general shape here. But what if we... I mean, there's got to be a way to make something happen here. So let's be creative. There's 2 lanes right here instead of the 1. And this we can redo. Okay, I think this is it. I think we got it. Okay, I want to change that little bendy right there. Not perfect, but let's just kind of move on. And then there's got to be a way to make this work so that no one kills, you know, each other going in. Okay, so hopefully, it's almost like if this was from the inside and went under, then people could. No, you still have to cross one way or the other. Okay, well, let's just hope people yield, you know, well, I guess is a good way to word that. I don't know, there's just something about it. It doesn't feel right to me, but I think we're kind of stuck. Especially on time. Let's get, you know, let's get this thing running. Okay, so this will go in like as such. It's like that's nice and smooth. Why can't the other side look like that? Oh my goodness. That would have been so easy. Okay. So mission is accomplished. We did set up what we're kind of, you know, trying to do here. It just took us a million years, that's all. Okay, so it looks like the directions are correct. I'm going to put 3-speed on and just kind of let some people... No one's actually going to come through here until we zone. I was very ambitious to think that people would. What can we put over here? Just to kind of start. I said I wanted high density. We don't unlock those for a little bit. Okay, well we can start with just a ring of commercial just on the outside. And I was going to say earlier, or I should have said earlier, sorry, you're going to be able to drive, I'm going to zone on both sides of the kind of fake roundabout thing we've made on the outside here. This is just to get traffic moving, you know? That one I'll steer away from. And then, this, I mean, this is more just a test, just to get some people in here and see how this kind of performs versus anything else, right? Okay, so I'm not going to zone on these roundabouts. And then maybe just for fun? No, that's too silly. Don't put any zoning in there. Okay, well, let's stretch some power lines across. I'm sure we'll need some power. It's probably an important thing here. I'm going to use these hydro boxes. Sometimes a little bit nicer looking than drawing just a wall of power lines, you know? So why don't we just do our little power lines from... Actually, you know what? Why don't we just do one more little relay box kind of going, maybe 2 even. Come on. There we go. Oh. There is no winning. Alright, well then, and we'll use this as our middle marker. Perfect. Okay, so that is that. We'll bring in some piping. And yeah, this unfortunately took a little bit longer than I thought to kind of make. So I guess next episode we'll have to kind of, you know, do some more of that little off arm zoning that I was talking about, kind of building some of these more specialized neighborhoods. But for the moment, you know, we got something going, and it does look like people are actually using it, which is pretty cool too. Unfortunately, people are parking here, which is, I don't really want that, but maybe unavoidable. Haha, this is kind of cool. Look at that. That is really neat. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this episode wasn't, we didn't get a whole lot done, but this is pretty cool though. And you kind of see this, for the bigger picture, right? Got ourselves a new interchange as well, which is actually pretty important to the, overall city. And we'll monitor traffic. This maybe might change. I'm still kind of, I don't know yet. Because the other option we could do, just to help bypass, and actually I see it now, is going like this, and having these kind of meet up. I want that a tighter angle. There we go. And then hopefully, I mean, even if that just went in at a better angle, even if that one like, I wish that could just go in, Oh boy, let me try something here. So I want that to connect like that, right? No, it's not gonna... Let me just pause this. I don't know. Let me just try something here. This is crazy. We're gonna make something a little bit different than a roundabout. That's because I'm not 100% certain that we've got, the right flow here. Okay, so yeah, this actually works. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit straight like this first. Okay, so that goes like that, just to avoid, And then from here, we're just gonna need like this, right? Something like this. So I'm gonna do another version of that off camera, make it cleaner, but that's kind of what I'm going for. So we'll see that in the next episode. Okay, guys, I will end things off right here. Thank you very much for sticking with it, and I appreciate all the support and everything so far. Thanks, guys. Love all the comments and everything too. So looking forward to reading those, and yeah, we'll kind of grow this city a little bit more. I'm looking forward to hopping back into this. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, and until then, take care of yourselves.